Hey guys, welcome to my channel. That feels crazy to say. If you're seeing this YouTube video and you have not one clue who I am, would make total sense. That would make sense. But just so you're caught up, I've tried to have a YouTube channel like 400 times in my life, starting like senior year of high school to now I'm 27. So it's never worked out. It's never been the right timing. Not to be dramatic, I'm not calling this my last YouTube attempt, but like, I do fear if I give this everything and don't want to do it, I will never do it again. So I'm calling it my last attempt, but I'm hoping I don't have to call it my last attempt because it goes so well. It's weird because, let me just catch you up real quick. Basically, I've been trying to make YouTube videos forever, but I live in a loud, old, chaotic Italian household was where I grew up. That was never gonna make sense. Then I went to college, and I don't know, I'm just like never have been a person that felt comfortable filming like in another room knowing somebody could hear me. So then didn't work in college. My best go in college was the one semester I lived alone. And that was honestly the hardest I ever tried. Went right back to shit when I went home and was at my parents' house. So, and then really bad when I got a roommate the next semester. So basically I've just always been like, I don't know, I really want to do it, but it just never felt right. But I always knew that it was something I wanted to do. And it's weird because I've always pictured that like at this stage in my life, I would have a YouTube channel and I would like figure out how to do it finally and like make it happen. But it's weird to like actually put a visual to what I was like visualizing for myself, because I was just like thinking it in my head. But now I'm like taking all this footage you're about to watch, being like, no, like now I know what like adult me's house like would look like in the background of a YouTube video, and like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know what stage of life I was gonna do this, but it's just been fun to watch the clips and be like, I don't know, I just can't imagine I'm going to regret this because I'm documenting every part of our life, and at the very least our kids are gonna love that. So yeah. Okay, well, I hope you like this vlog. It's just my first one, so I'm sure it'll get better. But yeah, okay, let's start. Okay, so I'm just sanding this, but I figured I can talk while I do it. So basically, I figured first start with like why pottery is the journey we're going down. So basically I took pottery in college, and I also took it on a semester that I had like so much shit going on. So it's like there was no way I was ever going to be as good at it as I like wanted to be with like the time. And I really wanted to go and like do it after hours. But honestly, in hindsight, I also just didn't give a fuck. Like, that's just honestly the truth. It was not a high priority on my list at the time. And like, I always kind of regretted that I didn't take it like as seriously as I could have. And that I took it that semester. Because I really did set myself up like kind of for failure on that one. But I also didn't know myself then as well as I do now, so I didn't even really think about it. I was just like, whatever. They told me to take, I took. So there's that also. But I think pottery or ceramics or whatever also pissed me off when I did take it. Because if I'm being 100% honest, it's the only thing I've ever really tried art related that I just like wasn't naturally pretty good at, and that pissed me the fuck off. Like that made me so angry like immediately. So at the time I was the kind of person that like, I still kind of am, but I was definitely the kind of person that was like crashed out about that, and I was absolutely not going to keep going. And I'm trying to work on that and like force myself to be out of my comfort zone more. And that was like before I had to look for jobs because I was still in college. And that really is what started it. And then like having a job. So basically now I'm just like exposure therapied to like all of the shit that I don't want to do. I don't know how I'm going to fix this bottom because it's like not flat at all. Uh-oh, here. Yeah, look at that. Like, what am I supposed to do with the bottom? You know what? You can't win them all. I was really bad at the bottom, like, situation. Like, okay, I wasn't that bad at, like, this part, like, making this and, like, the concept, but it's, like, I'm just, like, not a finisher in that way with art. That's kind of also why I'm not good at this. You probably can't hear it, but if you can hear the guitar in the background, my husband is upstairs playing the guitar. It really works well. He likes to be in the living room, and then my office is in our basement. And my art studio, which is our garage, is attached to my basement office. So it's like, this is like my girl dungeon. Honestly, I'm like really not mad about this. It's like, she's uneven. But it's actually kind of sitting flatter than I thought it would. Now I'm just gonna try to clean up where I made these little notches. So there's also, okay, when I took ceramics, my shit used to blow up, like, kind of often. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen here. I think this is the only piece when we fire for the first time in the kiln. This is gonna be the only piece from the wheel. Honestly, the, like, scraping method's, like, kind of working better than I thought it would. I want to post TikToks kind of about my pottery journey. I think I'm going to. But I'm also like, I need people to tell me what I'm doing wrong, but I need them to say it nicely or I'll cry. Okay. I fear she's, I think, good. Okay. I gotta dust her off. My poor aura ring is so scratched up, but it's like, who cares? All right, I fear we need to relocate and paint the glaze. So I've literally never done this. Okay, so here's the glaze I'm using. That's like roughly what it should look like. Obviously the actual glaze itself doesn't look like that until after, but that picture is like kind of what it looked like. They had another picture on the website. I'm shaking it because I feel like literally everything in art needs shook. I hate a peel and lift. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna try to... I'm between this brush or this brush, so if you're a person that does ceramics and you're like, she used the wrong brush, let me know. These are what I was between, thinking about using this one. Here's what I have, if you want to let me know. Okay. See, I'm like, she seems like a good size, but then so does this one. I'm gonna do this one, I lied. Okay. There's that. God, I really don't want this to blow up. I really like her. Okay. I think I'm gonna do another coat up here once this dries. And then I'll probably do down here, and then I'm gonna sit it down and paint something on the inside, I think. Give that a second. So I also have this stuff. So I have purple, blue, yellow, black, white, red. Ooh, I like the green. Ooh, orange. So from what I remember, if you do another coat, it just kind of like makes it more like opaque in the firing. I think it's like a lighter version. I wish, like, you know how they'll say like on clothing. It'll be like model is wearing a size whatever for like reference. I feel like it would be cool if they were like, this was like layered, like in the picture when it shows the example, it should say that this was layered like 3 times and what it was fired on maybe. I don't know, unless I have literally no idea what I'm talking about, which is really probably the truth. But I don't know, I just fear that that would make sense to me. Okay. I feel like I might be putting too much on, but like you dunk them, like in school we used to dunk them in buckets. So it's like they were getting a light saturation, like they were getting fully dunked. So I don't know, I feel like I'm probably okay. That's why I feel like art and like cooking are similar, where like when people say they're bad at cooking, it's like no one's really bad at cooking. You just have to like know a few things, and I feel like it's just like a lot of like, I don't know, I always say this on like resumes, but like creative problem solving. And that's why I feel like if you can do that, you can be good at art. That's our inspo. Look.
Ooh, skill.
The orange is in the middle.
Damn,
it'll be that. Look, they're on the side.
That's wild.
So that.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
That's really cool. I think I'll play.
Can you look at my camera really quick since you're standing here and tell me if my head's in the way?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, thank God. I've been doing this like on and off the whole time, wondering.
It cuts off like down there.
Oh, cool.
That looks really cool, Skip.
Thank you. Wow. Such a small edition. Okay. Here's what I have going on. I'm gonna probably need to do another coat on those.
Hello?
Look.
Oh, that's cute. Nice.
It's this color on the, this is the base. It'll look like
Right.
this after, not this, you know. And then,
Nice.
yeah. Okay, that was all.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Do you hear your friends? Okay, so we use our extra clay
right now.
to make like little pieces that I can
he's just
glaze
like,
so that I
what are you
can
gonna
like
say
write
on
on the
the
back
topic,
of them
babe?
with Sharpie.
Are your friends or
Like whatever the color is that I glaze.
Do you like the neighbor dogs?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to bed.
Do you like River? Do you like the neighbor dogs? Think about it. Blink if you like them. Okay. Right away. Instant blink. Do you like them? Bark if you like them. I'm not that much of a fan either.
Okay, so these are pictures I tried to print from our wedding, and then these are just 2 blank sheets. Okay, so I'm sitting in my dining room. Tony's downstairs doing tax stuff for his business. So I'm gonna do a mind map for me and for Tony so that I can kind of get a direction of like what I want to do with our branding. So first let's do backstory. So we met in design school, and then he owns his own business, Whole Shot Graphics. Put the like logo right here. So basically we met in design school. I think I'm gonna do a video that's like the longer story of how we met, and like I'll do pictures and like make it all make sense. But like short story kind of would be we met in design school, and then Tony started a business doing like car wraps, signs, like all kinds of like print stuff like that. So he does that, and then I have a full-time design job. And yeah, we do that. I help him with his business stuff a little bit. Not as much as I used to, and not as much as I'm about to again. Because when I was planning the wedding, I was honestly just so stressed the fuck out. So, and then at my job, we got a bunch of people under me. There's a few. We got people under me though. So then now I'm like coming up with more stuff, and like there was just like a big adjustment once I started to be in charge of people. So there was that also. And our house, like we moved during the wedding planning process. So then like our house has just like never been where I needed it to be. And it like still isn't, but it's so much further than where it used to be. So everything's feeling better. But anyways, so I'm making a mind map because I need to figure some stuff out. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to show, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'll definitely show it at the end. Okay, so I'm going to make YouTube. Sam. And then I'm gonna make, I'm not doing them all, like, I'm gonna do them one at a time. Okay, and then I'm gonna make a whole shot graphics. One. Okay, so I'm starting with me in the middle. You don't have to, but I like to like draw something to web off of. So essentially what I'm trying to come up with is like a direction for what I want my YouTube channel to be. Okay, so I'm making these. They're our favorite noodles, and yellow Yukon potatoes are already in the oven, and then the meat's sitting on the counter getting to like room temperature, but it's been in this marinade since I did it earlier today. And then this says on the back that you do 1.5 cups of water and 1/2 cup of milk for each bag, but my mom always does a cup of water and a cup of milk, and it comes out better that way, so that's what we do. Okay, so we just finished eating dinner, and then I think now I'm gonna take my makeup off, and then we're gonna watch the Bob Dylan movie, and then hopefully go to bed early at like a decent time. And then we're going to my parents tomorrow because we do like ravioli on, or either ravioli or manicotti. I think it's ravioli tomorrow, on Palm Sunday. So we'll go to that. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys in the morning.
When we were on the phone, I said, now we just need a floating dock. And he goes, oh, I've been saving bottles.
Casual.
100 or something, 2,100. I had a couple bucks on it. I had to run a U-Haul. I got like $2,000 off.
That's good.
That's just not even nice.
I'll let this go down.
Are we talking about the
I'm listening.
And
They're talking
no,
about a side apparently.
no, I could talk forever about how much I wanted to kill Rick yesterday. Top tier ice cream, or top tier dessert strawberry.
on the bottom. I love strawberry ice cream.
Okay, so I was kind of the worst and I kind of didn't do good at filming at my parents' house yesterday. I just get so excited to be home and like see everybody, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm gonna try next time to do a little bit better, but if I'm honest, I fear that the solution to that problem might just be that on a weekend I'm going home, I end the vlog right before I go to Sunday dinner, or I just put like little tiny clips in when I can. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do, but I'm gonna try it again. It's just hard because like I just like want to be with my family, if I'm honest, and like I know that's fine, but that also means I will not be posting anything from that event, and that is most of my Sunday, so still working out how I'm gonna do that. And then right now I'm cutting French fries for dinner. We're having just burgers, so I'm just gonna make fries. I think I'm just gonna put them in the air fryer because I do honestly really like these like yellow potatoes in the air fryer. Well, I hope you enjoyed spending the weekend with me, and I will try to get better at this and try to make them a little bit longer, but I do like them short, so we will see. Let me know though if you like this length or if you'd want it a little bit longer or if you'd want it shorter. So, okay, bye, I'll see you guys next time.